zoom up, and if we had a setting turned on that was called Auto Advance from the photo menu, which is also accessed with just the caps lock key, you could hit the letter P for a pick, and it would advance to the next image. Hit P for a pick, P for a pick. Or if you found an image that you didn't want to use, you hit the letter U to say unpick it, where it just wouldn't be flagged. You can go through very quickly a set of images and hit the letter P when you want to find an image you like, hit the letter U when you find an image that's not very interesting, and narrow them down. I mentioned that a few days ago. But then there are ways to refine things. If you end up going under the library menu, there is a choice we haven't talked about called Refine Photos. So what the heck does that do? Well, if you've already gone through and you've already defined your picks, when you choose Refine Photos, it tells you what it will do. It's going to cause all the unmarked photos, the things that you haven't put things on, will be made what's known as rejected. It's going to have a little flag on it with an X on it. And it will unmark the ones that have been marked. So it's kind of weird. If I hit Refine, now the ones that used to have the little flag icon on them are just normal. They don't have a flag. But anything that didn't have a flag gets a flag with an X on it. See that? So if you wanted to go through that set of images that you did picks on, you'd go through them again and further refine them down, flagging the best of the best. And you can further bring this down. If these were really the ones that I didn't like, I could also go up to the library menu, and somewhere within this I can delete the ones that are marked as rejects. And I just got to find it here quick. Let me know if you see it there. I'm not. But I could come in here and enable my filtering as well and say only find the ones that are rejects, and then if I find the ones that are rejects, let me do that, then I would be able to just delete those. I'm not sure why I'm not being able to get to it though. Anyway, there is a command within here to get rid of the rejects. I just didn't find it at my first glance. So that way what you can do is if you go through your images and you have gone through your initial picks, maybe those are all the ones that you would consider at all to process. All the other ones were bad composition, out of focus, everything else. You could get those to be rejects, delete the rejects, and then just go through the process once again, going through all the images that are left over and picking them to even narrow it down further. I'm not being elegant with it because it's not a feature that I actually use. I'm going to unpick all those so we don't have a bunch of rejects. I just want to let you know there was a choice called Refine Photos, and what it does is it will take things that were flagged and unflag them, and make things that were not flagged turn them into rejects. And let's see, but one of the menus will have a choice of deleting the rejected, there it is, delete rejected photos. So you could throw away all those photos that were turned into rejects. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. I think that's about it on those little features. Just a few little menu commands that you might not be aware of that I wanted to make sure I at least mentioned. I think we can either take a question or we can head to break, depending on what you guys want to do.
I will ask a few questions if you
Sure.
don't mind.
Sounds good.
Okay, this is a question I guess you were checking on yesterday from Peter B. It said you were going to check. The question was, once I'm done publishing to Facebook and want to export the folder as a catalog, can we back it up? Is there a way to maintain the links to the services as I published to?
And I didn't get a chance to look that up.
Okay.
So I'm not going to look at it during this break.
Okay, great.
So.
Okay, and I'm not sure if you answered this or not, so I'm just going to ask it. Freeman had asked, how do you get the little circle to show on previews for automatic placement into Quick Collection?
How do I get those to show up? On my setup, they show up on which?
On previews.
So not with thumbnails?
I suppose that's
You
previews.
mean when on a full-size image, like when I hit the space bar, like this? Preview, possibly? If so, go to the View menu, and View options will tell you what you could overlay